Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to some more CCA Season 5. We have another Division 4 Group 2 match up for you today. The PSU Fishfish versus the High Rollers of NYU. I'm here joined by my lovely teammate Jay Money. Jay, how you doing today?
I'm a little nervous.
So, we had a few technical difficulties starting up the stream today. Frankly, I have no idea what's going on, so we're just gonna pray to God that everything is functional and it's going to remain steady for the duration of this match.
Should I check to see if the audio is actually going through?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we're fine. We're rolling. Like the High Rollers.
True.
Speaking of the High Rollers, Jay, mind telling me a little bit of information about these two teams we got here today?
Well, Fishfish is 0-2. High Rollers is 1-1 with 1 win and 1 forfeit. Fishfish has they have a full 8 on their roster, and High Rollers has 5 people on their roster. So we should look to see some substitutions here looking throughout the match.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how these two teams are going to do here today. Fishfish obviously still looking for that first win of the season, being 0-2 so far, losing to both WPI and Champlain. And High Rollers, a bit of a mystery, right? They have 2 games under their belt technically, but one of them was a forfeit. So
No, they lost the forfeit.
oh, they lost.
So they're 1-1. They have one. They beat one. They beat Tentacoolers.
Yes, they have 1 win and 1 loss, but the loss was due to a forfeit.
Yes,
so we don't. It's a bit
Yeah.
curious to see the actual the true scale of their power, so to say.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're hopping right into the first game on Shipshape TC.
It looks like High Rollers is electing to not use a backline. I mean, some people consider Nautilus to be a backline, but I wouldn't really consider it. It's more like a midline.
Yeah, definitely. But it looks like both teams are opening pretty strong neutral. PSU finds an early advantage, taking out the end zap.
Did they have Thermo Ink? I see Thermo Ink.
Was it Thermal?
Yeah,
it is on the Nautilus. Interesting. I mean, I like seeing weird, unorthodox abilities getting used. Like I used Hanta on 96 for the longest time, but Penn State is running away so far. I say as they go 2 down. That's gonna be a big splashdown from the Nautilus, taking out Mike. Finds a trade though. Pretty good opening push for Penn State. They're unfortunately unable to find the checkpoint, but they're not letting up the pressure. Max is behind enemy lines, and they don't seem to know.
And able to find a pick there, going down to the Zap. That is the hero shot with the pick with the jump coming on, popping out the Zuka. Unable to find a pick with the Zuka, and Penn State is holding pressure with their mid.
Seems like both teams are falling back into neutral as they try to find a way to get access to the enemy team's key location, which on this map really is the top left and top right, which is where Max is right now, doing a great job trying to push into it, clear it out. Seems to lose sight of the player who's going after, though. The hero shot finds a quick pick there. Penn State is 2 down. Hero shot gets picked up by a suction bomb. Unfortunate.
Oh my god, wait, hold on. Is that Dark on a hero shot?
Oh, shoot, is it?
Yeah.
That is an interesting pick for them. Dark plays a lot. Finding 2! He's popping off right now.
Yeah, the suction bombs are doing their thing. And there's a jump right in mid. Let's see if they punish it.
Yeah, the hero shot from Dark's a bit of a surprising pick. They play a lot of weapons, but hero shot is typically not one of them. High Roll is going 3 down, the last one respawning as well. This is going to be a big opportunity for Penn State to get a push going.
Yeah, and the Nautilus is still holding the ground now, able to find one, getting picked off by the Octobrush, and it looks like Penn State might get this checkpoint here, but with Mike being the only one left, that does not seem too likely now.
Yeah, having to fall back, they're trying to keep this push going, but the High Rollers are doing a fantastic job at holding down this top left position, making it really difficult for Penn State to secure it, lock it down, and take that first checkpoint.
Yeah, and Max is really getting out these toxic mists here, really slowing this game down, making it stall as much as possible. And it's really just like a fight in mid. No team has gotten the first checkpoint yet. Yeah. It's really surprising this late on in the match.
Yeah, we're roughly halfway through the game and neither team's gotten past 73. Another big splashdown from the Nautilus. They're really getting a lot of value out of it. It looks like High Rollers have a bit of a counter push coming out. 2v2 situation. This could be big for them.
Ooh, but Kev makes the stop on the tower, finding that. I think that's 3 picks in a row. As I say that, High Rollers does take the first checkpoint. Kev is the only one fighting in mid. It looks like everyone's playing really passive on the side of Penn State.
Yeah, they're starting to lose a lot of steam here. High Rollers are really breaking away from a really big pusher, getting a lot of points. Penn State needs to play a bit more patiently, stop scrambling. They got to reorganize here to really stop this push. The second checkpoint is generally considered the hardest part of the map to push past, so this is going to be a really good location for Penn State to stop the tower, as it seems like they just did. Try not to die to the Zuka from top right over there. But it seems like they're starting to slow down this push. High rollers are starting to fall back, although they do have Cooler online, so they're going to be back in the action, ready to push again immediately.
It looks like they have a double splashdown. The first one gets popped by the Nautilus, and it looks like this Blaster still has one as well. I just now noticed that. It's double splashdown.
I hadn't noticed either. I thought that was a V-Blaster. I mean, usually in, in tower control, it's really common to see V-Blaster because bubble is such a big deal. But High rollers finally seems like their push is petering out, although they're getting jumps in on that key location up in top right. It just really goes to show how important it is. If you control that location, it's so difficult for the defending team to get back up there and clear them out and stop the push. Because if you don't do that, they can just keep jumping back in over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the one thing I do like to notice here is that you don't really see a lot of these comps in higher level play. Like a Nautilus, double, triple splashdown. That's not too common on higher levels of play, so it's really fun to see that.
Well, the irony is that PSU Blue does it more than a little often with M-Parries and Custom Explo.
I mean, I guess, but do we really win with that?
Anyways, looks like High rollers are getting another push going. Penn State being 2 down. It seems like Penn State is really struggling to find any momentum
crazy
here.
Splashdown. Oh, cooking. Oh, we're so cooking.
Looks like the Octopus is sharking on the left flank here, trying to find an opportunity to get in to clear out this push. But, they're really struggling to get in there. Finding 2 from the Range Blaster, though, this could be a chance for Penn State to come back in and take some space and try to get one more big push. They're running out of time in this game, and, High rollers' lead over them is fairly significant, so they need to make something happen now if they want any chance at winning this game.
Yeah, they really need to move here. With one member ahead, someone needs to get in there. They're all grouped together. Someone needs to get in there right now.
It looks like multiple specials are coming out as well, but a suction bomb, they just barely didn't see it, it seems like. That clears out 2 of them, and High rollers are able to just dive the tower for free and take game 1.
Yeah, and it's just bomb. That was just bomb warfare there, back and forth. It looked like every time, I think there was more bomb kills than actual weapon kills there between the bombs by Dark, the bombs by the Nautilus. That's pretty much how it is on tower control. It's just bomb.
I was feeling the same way. So many suction bombs were just getting picks for. It's an easy mistake, right? To just accidentally wander into a suction bomb without noticing it. No one's above that kind of stuff, right? But in these lower divisions where awareness is still a skill a lot of players are working on, just casually stumbling into bombs over and over again is a really unfortunate way to lose, because it feels so out of your control when it happens, right? It's let me just round this corner and then you blow up out of nowhere.
Then you get nervous.
So it looks like we got a few substitutions coming out on the side of Penn State.
It's double sub.
Double sub?
2 subs, take it Subway.
Oh, dude, nice. At Subway, they say what's their... Oh, I forget.
Remember when Subway used to have $5 footlongs and now it's $6 for 6 inches? We're so cooked.
At Subway, you have it your way. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Anyways, looks like we're moving into game 2 on Rainmaker Undertow. Jay, any thoughts on this map mode?
Well, it's definitely one of Snow's favorites, that's for sure.
That is a blatant lie. I would say it's one of the more popular map modes in this game, especially for Rainmaker. You see this one a lot for Rainmaker. It's a map mode where there's 2 routes. One of them is generally more favored than the other. Most teams opt to go for the left route because it's a much better position to push from after you take the first checkpoint. But that first checkpoint on the right is also still valuable because it's so close to mid. So for the sake of just getting some quick, easy points on the board, going right can work. And that right route still has a very vital purpose, even if you're putting the main push on the left side, because it's such a good route to flank from. If the entire team is focusing on locking down the top left checkpoint, setting an ink brush or a tri-slosher up that right side is such an easy way to catch them off guard and find a lot of easy picks.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like here with these 2 substitutions, we might have a Nautilus off between Stego and I forgot who the other person on the Naut.
I believe it was the Japanese name up there, which I wish I could read it. I'm not fluent.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was them. I mean, we could just... No, wait, we can't check because you can't see the stats.
Not only are we going to have a Nautilus off, but we're going to get Chris. Is this his 3rd game? 2nd game? Officially? Official match?
They played a few games in their Week 2 match. Chris is one of the newer players on PSU Fishfish.
Along with Stego.
Yeah, both of these players, it's their first season in CCA. And for what it's worth, I think they've been performing admirably.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely eager to see what kinds of things they pull out, because they're definitely 2 newer players that are still developing a lot of skills in a team setting. So a lot of it's overwhelming for them, I imagine, because there's a million different things going on at once. You got 4 people barking orders at you, but
barking.
Yeah. Go ahead. Get your cheap jokes in. But I mean, they've been keeping up admirably, I think, right? Like they don't stand out as like noticeably like weak links on the team. In fact, I think it's quite the opposite. Like you wouldn't guess it was their first season just by looking at them from the way they play. Anyways, we're hopping into game 2. I'm excited to see if we see any comp changes.
Pencil.
Yeah, pencil and a bunch of different new weapons on the side of NYU.
Yeah, we're having a big change up here. We got a ZNF, we got a pencil. Looks like is it NYU?
Yeah, NYU.
Yeah, they don't have really any aggression here. I mean, which one of these any of these weapons would you consider a front line?
I mean, I guess the Nautilus and the Wiper are probably the 2 more aggressive weapons on this comp. I mean, like Nautilus is a midline like we were talking about, and Wiper Deku specifically plays a lot more like a midline support role with beacons and missiles, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And like Dowsers are like the textbook example of a midline support weapon, and then Pencil's a dedicated backline. So like NYU is really lacking a lot of forward power, but I mean, like you know, in lower divs anything can work, right? So like maybe this effectively quadruple passive team comp will like work. I'm really interested to see how these Dowsers do, because that is a relatively new weapon that a lot of teams are still trying to find ways to fit into a comp.
And with the high output that Cooler has, Pencil has, sorry, they're like the same thing. They're gonna get a lot of coolers, which just allows the team to play more aggressively when they can.
I'm also interested to see the comp changes from the side of Penn State. We got the ZF Charger from Kevin. We have the Paintbrush from Max, which is like, I know they like Paintbrush, but like it's one of those weapons that they usually don't pull out too much. It's considered to be not very good. But High Roller is going to be the first one to touch the Rainmaker. Looks like they're heading for the path up on top left. From this side of the map, it looks like it's on the right side. Pretty standard, but Penn State does a good job to shut it down quickly. Only, like, NYU only getting 8 points on the board. That's a delayed wipe as well. Penn State could get a really good counter push here, especially with Cooler coming online as well.
It looks like no one's grabbing the Rainmaker. They're kind of just leaving it there. As I say that, Kev picks it up, and now they need to get this pushing over to the left. 2 down on the side of NYU. They really need to get this moving right now. Looks like Splashdown's able to find a pick. They might be going right here. We will have to see. Nautilus is up in a good position.
It looks like they're opting to go for top left, and they do. Makes sense. Again, like this is considered to be the more popular route to go. But like Penn State has a lot of momentum
there.
here.
They can get a decent amount of points here. There's no one really covering this.
Yeah, like
Charger. They need to grab this right now. No one's grabbing the Rainmaker.
It looks like they wanted to get strikes out first to clear up some space. Probably what I'm going to do. Kevin's running through the slick, trying to get away from the Wiper who flanked from behind, getting a lot of good points here. This is huge for Penn State. Max is in a phenomenal position as well. They can get jumps in if they like hold that position well. We got Stego coming in from behind. Like this, like Penn State has a lot of steam here despite going 2 down. It looks like they're deciding to fall back finally. Trying to keep pressure up, but NYU's going to pick up the Rainmaker. They realize that push seems to be dead. They're going to fall back. We got the Nautilus Ditto we were excited to see. I say as Stego completely forgets about them and focuses on the Rainmaker. But Penn State's going to go 2 down. This is going to be NYU's chance to come back in and try to like take some space, get a good push going. Let's see how they handle it.
The missile is able to find a pick there. This is Penn State's time to strike. The Paintbrush comes out, unable to find a pick. No, they get one. That's a trade.
They get the trade. I'm gonna be honest, was not expecting that. Like, Max kind of blundered by putting himself in an unfavorable position.
Last time online, finding one. Can they get another? Finds 2.
Huge play from Stego.
That was 3? Oh,
barely. I think the fall, because they landed 4 bullets. That was fall off that screwed to them there.
Yeah, but that's still a great stop by Stego.
That was the textbook example of a good splashdown. Found one, forced the other one to back up into an unfavorable position, and they were just rush forward and pick them off for free. It honestly looked a lot like how Icy Vapor used splashdown a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So like, and like any comparison to Vapor is high praise. So good on you, Stego.
And with the Rainmaker likely about to be reset, it's going to be another mid-firefight, unless the pencil goes for it, which they elect not to. Numbers even, finds a pick on Chris, 2 down on the side of PSU. NYU really needs to grab this and get going here.
Yeah, like we're approaching the back half of the game with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Looks like they're opting to take it right, which is definitely a risky strategy. It's a much shorter route compared to going left, so you get points a lot faster by going right. But it's so much harder to push because the defending team has high ground on all sides of that checkpoint. And likewise, they got the first checkpoint, but then NYU was forced to they immediately had to back up there because they had no space to take. But they're playing well. They backed up, found more picks. They have Cooler online as well. This could be huge for NYU, especially if Special was online with the splashdown and Cooler.
Yeah, with the missiles as well, they might push us full commit push us to the right. Even though it is really hard to push here, it's definitely possible if they can get everyone out of the way. But looks like they're going to turn around and go to the left. They need to get on top of that right away. As numbers even, Penn State The brush is rushing around to the side, unable to find a pick. It's just the Charger. The Charger needs to pick this off right now.
Max
Throwing
is
strike.
still behind them too. Finally gets the flank on them. Shockingly didn't get stopped. That's a wipeout. That's huge for Penn State. Like, that flank from Max was absolutely
They're getting
critical.
jumps. They're jumping. Oh, no, it's just a beacon. Never mind. I thought they were jumping all the way across.
Finding one, gonna easily camp this jump as well. Max is putting in work for their team. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. Like, NYU needs to make something happen right now if they want any chance of turning this game around.
But it looks like there's no one near the Rainmaker, and it looks like this is... Oof. Okay.
Okay, Penn State took it. I got a little nervous, not gonna lie. But Penn State showing that first loss didn't get to them. They retaliated really well and took a really good win over NYU there, I thought. Like, their first push was, like, really solid, and their defense was exceptional given the circumstances. They were numbers down, like they were probably scrambling, definitely nervous, but they kept their cool and like got a classic pincer maneuver with Max coming up from behind while Kevin was keeping them stalled in front with his Charger.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, really good stuff.
Yeah. Look, Nova's in the comments.
Nova is. They're probably the only one watching this.
Now there's 4. It looks
Oh, there's 4. Well, I mean, I'm one of them.
Are you nervous? I might be one of them too if my thing's still Is it? No, it's not. Okay.
But yeah, no, like I'm excited. Like, we don't have like a clean 4-0 sweep. Like, we have an actual set against 2 teams that seem evenly matched.
Yeah, and it's very curious to see what new weapons we're gonna get here, because it looked like that first and second game was a complete like 180 on what everyone was playing.
Oh yeah, totally. We got more substitutions coming in for the side of Penn State, bringing in Corey, otherwise known as Rien there, and Soul.
2 new subs. Is that the third double sub?
The third double sub, which just goes to show how massive Fishfish's roster is, right? And like juggling so many players, it's difficult. Oh, look, my boy Ninja Fans in chat as well. Shout outs to them. Good luck on your match tomorrow. I don't actually remember when it is. You think I would know these things, but I digress. we're moving into Umami Ruins on Clam Blitz. Jay, any thoughts on this absolutely garbage map mode that is somehow in the map list?
Crack and cheese. Anything else you need to say?
Well, I don't mean to brag, but huh? That doesn't make any sense.
Did you throw? Oh, you threw.
I messed up the team names, and I could have sworn I changed that.
It's over for you, little bro.
My fault. My fault.
Seafoam's actually playing right now. We're actually getting a run back live.
Totally. I'll probably change that in between games next time, because you know, I don't want to miss anything. Good catch on like noticing that, fans, and also like apologies to NYU. I could have sworn I changed the name of the stream.
Is the thumbnail at least?
Maybe the
I gotta check this thumbnail, see if you're double cooked.
Maybe the changes didn't save. I could imagine that happening.
Well, I can't really see the thumbnail.
Go to live. No, yeah, the thumbnail worked.
No, is it a different one?
Huh?
They're separate.
That makes no sense. Oh, maybe that's why this isn't working. Did I click on the wrong... I closed it out. But maybe that's why the other one wasn't starting. I clicked on the wrong thing in OBS.
Oh, man.
Well, that's my fault, everyone. Might be. But it also means the link I shared with everyone is incorrect. Oops. But, yeah, we're moving into Game 3. We got some more new weapons coming out with a... Flingza.
Crack and cheese!
We got Crack and cheese as well. Who is the heavy deco?
Stego.
Stego, interesting. As far as I knew, they were a Nautilus one-trick, but it's cool to see them pull out some new stuff. And also a custom junior on the side of NYU.
And the foil Flingza, too. This is just a treat to watch right here.
It looks like Soul's taking your recommendation of using screen on this map mode. Yeah. And, like, frankly, like, not without good reason. Like, Umami is a hallway of a map, so, like, screen blocking vision is really big here.
Yeah, and with 2 members down on PSU already, NYU really has the opportunity to get this going.
Mm-hmm.
There looks like there's going to be a Zuka coming out potentially soon. Maybe use the Zuka, maybe use the Zuka, maybe use the Zuka. There
it goes. NYU having a lot of clams online as well. Max dropping in behind, trying to find a pick, but kind of misses all of their shots, forced to fall back. Trying to get some clams in. Good stop on the part of Stego there.
1 member left.
You know, 35 points, it's definitely not, like, a bad push. It's more than just the ball, which is what you're looking for, but it's definitely, like, if you're Penn State, you're probably pretty happy about that. Given how many clams NYU had, you stopped that push early before they got too many points out of it.
Ooh, losing Crack and cheese.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Stego is being a bit too aggressive there. I was thinking to myself, because they
play Nautilus.
Yeah, they normally play Nautilus. It's going to be interesting to see how they adjust to playing more of a backline role. Yeah. Because they definitely seem to be holding forward a bit too much with Heavy, I think.
Heavy is definitely a lot slower than Nautilus. Doesn't have that what is that called? Like the hold charge ability?
Yeah, no, like you can't like recharge a charge like mid-charge. That was a fucking mouthful of a sentence, but you get what I mean, right? But looks like both teams are falling back into neutral, with Penn State having a slight advantage, having control of that key location up on top mid, and numbers
Crack
up.
and cheese.
Crack and cheese is active as well, with a ball. Like, they could just cheese it for some free points. I'd rather they not, because they probably won't get much follow-up.
I mean, it's still cheese.
I mean, yeah, like, you're not going to argue with 3 points, but, you know, like, when they have advantage here, I say as they go 2 down, Corey's in a bad position as well. Looks like they might go down. Finding 1, they back up.
Yeah.
NYU didn't chase her. A bit of a blunder in their part, I think.
Well, they lost another number to the heavy deco as well.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, so they was just it was a 2v2 essentially. I mean, I like the decision. Holding mid is definitely a good thing to do.
Corey doing the smart thing by taking control of that top mid position, not letting them have it.
They're really holding that B above for a long time.
I noticed Fishfish has a bit of a, like, from the work I've done with them, they have a bit of a bad habit of holding onto their specials for a bit too long, I think. I've been noticing they're better about it. Like, Stego got a lot of good splashdowns in Game 2, for instance, whereas in the past, they hardly ever used splashdown.
Yeah.
A big Zuka from the side of NYU, though, taking out the backline on Penn State. This is going to give them a chance to really move in, take that key location on top mid, and try to take back some space.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like they've been marked a lot this game. Those markers by Max have really been key to keeping them at bay.
I'm actually noticing him. Penn State is double point sensor for the heavy deco and the paintbrush.
Oh yeah, I forgot
So
about
like
that.
they have a lot of tracking, which I mean that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know. Like having eyes on the enemies at all times is an important. Like it's a powerful benefit to have. It's the whole reason why Spotted Shot Nova is as good as it is, right?
Yeah, $13.
Insane double. Penn State kind of putting all the eggs in one basket, trying to approach that player from the same direction, but you can't just run straight out of Nautilus. It is the best weapon in the game at beaming people down in an instant.
Yeah, it looks like the heavy deco was the last one left for a little bit, but they were able to hold it, finding 1 pick. It looks like Penn State might be able to take this back here with the Kraken online. I don't think I've seen a Kraken once this game, 4 minutes in.
Yeah, Stego's been really conservative with it. A ball online from the side of NYU. It looks like they're trying to set up for like another push here, but I mean, they have a lead. They're down to the last minute of the game. They might opt to play things a bit more safe and only push when they know for a fact they can make it.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, there's really no rush when you have the lead. That's something a lot of teams do, especially on Rainmaker, but Cleveland is no exception here.
Popping a screen coming up from the side of Penn State. I feel like this is the first screen they've had all game. Let's see what they do with it.
There was one more before.
Was there? I must have missed
that was
it.
the second screen. They haven't really used that many specials. I mean, there's been a lot of booyah bombs. That's pretty much it. Maybe like two missiles. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Ooh, 3 down.
Penn State finding 3. This could be big for them.
Kraken cheese, please.
They don't have a lot of clams, unfortunately.
They do have a pity still.
They do. That is true. And like
no one's grabbing it.
35 points. Again, that's not too many points. Like they could. All they need is 2 balls, Kraken cheese, and that's the lead within the last 10 seconds of the game.
But
so Penn State really needs. They need to go back, pick up that pity, build some clams for a second ball, and then they could just like they have what could effectively be a guaranteed win in the bag. But
they're not using it. They haven't used Kraken once. They're still not using it.
Now is the time to use it. Like the members at NYU are all bottled up in their spawn. They're marked. Like that Kraken needs to come online right now. They have 2 balls, but they dropped Kraken. They were too patient with it.
Yeah, very unfortunate there. They really needed that.
This push isn't necessarily dead. This missile's online. Penn State's still in a forward position, but they need to move right now. Like they're running out of time.
Booyah bomb. That's really all you can do in this situation. And that looks like
finding 2, but it's too little, too late.
Yeah, there was not a single Kraken use that entire game. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Penn State was they were too cautious. I think they were too afraid to take any risks that game. They never they were so conservative with their specials. They were like even in situations where they could have easily pushed up and took fights while NYU was on the defensive. They just never took the initiative to go after people and use their advantage, right?
For sure. It's just if there's one thing I hate just in general, it's just a low scoring clan blitz game in particular.
Oh hey, you know like Umami's particularly infamous for that because it's one of the worst maps in the game. Like seriously, who the why is this in the map list?
Lame snow.
I thought we learned from last season that it's not good. But anyways, we're moving
Speaking of good.
We're moving from one of the worst map modes in the game to debatably the best one in the entire game. I'll let Jay do the talking of this one because I know he really enjoys it.
I mean, it's fine. It's more like Final Destination.
I mean, yeah.
It's like Final Destination versus the Great Cave of Fence.
That's a good metaphor. But yeah, Mako Mart on Splat Zones. the FD of Splatoon. There's no gimmicks, there's no tricks to it. Like, the winner of this game really comes down to which team has the better fundamentals, which team is communicating better, which one understands, like, the game better. Like, knowing, like, some weird, like, gimmick or trick or, like, some weird sightline or, like, some other, like, map-dependent trick doesn't really get you very far in Mako because it's so, like, just vanilla, you know?
See.
But there's a lot happening in this map mode. The stacks obviously being, like, really important key locations. And notably, it's a really wide map, I find. Like, lockouts are pretty rare on Mako because there's so many different ways the team in disadvantage can exit out of their spawn. They could go all the way around to the left through street. They could drop directly onto the slick and go forward from there. They could go all the way to the right and drop down. They could flank around the stack and go to the stack, like, head on, cut the stack off from the side and mid. Like, there's so many different ways to move on this stage. And, I mean, it's no wonder why people like it. Like, it's really, like, there's so much freedom to express, like, the way you like to play it.
I was watching Pro Char, like, this morning about how he was, like, foaming over the mouth over old Hammerhead.
Old Hammerhead?
Yeah, how there was, like, 4 different, like, Rio routes, as you like to call them, Rio routes.
Well, joke's on him, it's one of the worst maps in Splatoon 1 because there's a straight line with, like, barely any, like, paintable turf and no good sight lines. I will say it's really, really good for front lines, which is all he cares about, but whatever, we're not talking about that. Why are we talking about Splatoon 1 map design? Like, this is what you do to me.
Sorry.
This is what you and Snow do to me.
I get curious sometimes, you know I can't help it.
Anyways, we're hopping into game 3? No, 4.
4.
I can count.
1 to 2 in the set.
I didn't pay attention to if we saw any subs. Looks like Penn State took Corey out and brought Chris back in on the orange zap.
Oh, Nova's gonna be so happy.
I'm gonna hold my tongue. I could say some mean things about orange zap.
Oh, look at that build. LDE, stealth jump and ninja split. Oh,
I like the Tri-Stalker coming out from Max. With so many ledges and corners to play around, this is truly one of the best maps in the game for buckets, I find.
And it can really show damage right here. Finding 1 pick, maybe finding 2?
Yeah, Max was able to take their stack for free with no opposition. No one was holding it. And because he took that key location so early, like, Penn State is rallying, taking a huge numbers advantage early on.
Oh, they got to go air spray too. Oh, this is such a treat. This is such a treat of a set. I love it.
And Inkjet coming out as well. 2 stuck in the street there. Like, Max can really, like, isolate them there. He needs his team to move up with this Inkjet. He's giving them cover fire, but it looks like no one was willing to move up.
Yeah, and looks like numbers are favoring NYU, and they're going to get the zone back with a wipeout as well.
A wipeout as well. There's going to be a big opportunity for them to get into, like, those key locations and attempt to go for a clean 100-0 lockout.
Absolutely. They really just need to get up and just be in their face as much as possible. Finding a pick on the torpedo on Chris. It looks like there's going to be rain on the side of Penn State. Two more specials online. They could be able to flip this, as I call special cheese on the zone.
Ideally, I think it'd be better if they place those specials onto the stack so they could take it back. It seems like that's exactly what Soul did if his strikes. They got Soul up on the stack there. That's the wrong button, forgive me. Finding 1. NYU is 2 down. Running right into the Booyah Bomb. That is a bit unfortunate. This Aerospray putting in work. Finding a trade as well. In a 2v2 situation, Penn State, they're going to have, looks like, 1 more chance to come back in and retake the zone. Otherwise, we might have a quick game on our hands here.
Yeah, they really need to get the zone. It's a struggle. It's so close. Can they get the zone? It looks like they aren't able to at the moment, but it goes back in the mid. They're going to get them off the stack right now. There's a rain online.
Numbers even. Yeah. They have chumps coming in, though. That's really good at retaking zone. That's probably going to neutralize it. Or it already is neutral. Zap's the last one left. He has jumps coming as well. They see that jump. That other guy is totally dead.
And it looks like they're going to get the zone to give themselves a chance to breathe. Very good on the side of Penn State. And now with strikes online and an Inkjet, they could really snowball this year.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Penn State really came together in the 11th hour there. Like, took the zone back. And what was basically their last chance. If that push failed, they were probably Funzo Dunzos. But they're back in control of the zone. Penalty nearly over. They just got to survive this rain and try to hold these key locations for as long as they can.
Yeah, that's Soul's idea. Unfortunately, it gets picked off. Now it's up to Stego to hold this right stack. Finding 1 pick, that's huge. Finding 1
they
pick.
have rain. They should really pop it before they die. They do.
The rain out. That's good.
Dude, this arrow spray is kind of slain.
Okay. Can they get another? Oh. No. Oh, no.
The mid off.
Yeah.
That was kind of a scuffed interaction.
But
Max finding 2, though, despite being extremely weak, finally gets picked off by the Zap here.
Yeah, but that gave time for Penn State to get back into the key points. Stego finding a huge pick on their stack, working across 2 down on the side of NYU, and they're going to get chumps online. What is that? Zap finding 1, chumps on the zone, 2 down on the side of Penn State. NYU can really retake this here with the rain on line stalling the push. And it looks like the zone's going to be in mid for a bit.
But Penn State, they're dropping numbers left to right and center. They can't get any momentum. They've been 2 down for a while now. They might be caught in a bit of a stagger loop here. Like, they really need to slow down, regroup, and push the zone as a team here. Otherwise, like, NYU's gonna have a fantastic opportunity to just run away with this game.
And that's really gonna be hard with the cooler they just threw. They're gonna be getting right back with these jumps, holding this zone as long as possible, and looks like they might get rid of this penalty if they don't keep this up. Oh, 1 down on the side of NYU. They really need to get this going. We need the rain on the zone. The rain in the zone would be huge. Rain on the stack, maybe? That's strikes.
They got strikes on the stack. It's cleared out. Max is up there in a fantastic spot. Like, credit where Max, he's using the slosher beautifully given the terrain of this map, using the high ground to his advantage.
Yeah,
a jet coming out as well. This canceling the Booyah Bomb, that's really big. Like, NYU just lost their 3 zones cheese, basically, so they're gonna have to work to retake the zone. And if Penn State's penalty nearly finished, like, they might be able to get some points here.
Yeah, and strikes to force him out of position, finding 1, numbers even. Max?
Needs that pick, finds a trade. It's gonna be close. Penn State's penalty's done. Like, they're rapidly approaching the lead. They need to paint over that Booyah Bomb, but no one was there to do it. That's really not what you want to see if you're Penn State. You just got through that massive penalty, and now you have another one to work through.
Yeah, and with 2 numbers down, it looks like this is going to snowball really quick, giving Penn State likely only 1 chance to come back and retake this zone.
By no means unwinnable. Like, Penn State has shown in the past they have the capacity to get out disadvantage numerous times and also hold the zone for a significant amount of time. Like, their last penalty was 40+ points, I think, and they got through the entire thing in one go.
And this H-Jet's really going to do a lot of damage if it can finding 1. Trade on there. 2 numbers down on the side of NYU. Can they get 1 more pick? Looks like they aren't able to. They did not drop roller for some reason. And looks like NYU's going to take this right stack right away. Rain out. Ooh, this zone is going to be...
It's just Stego and zone, but they get picked off. A good flank from the NZEP, I think that was.
Yeah.
And NYU is going to take game 4, going up 3-1 in the match.
Yeah, I'm really surprised on the lack of the drop roller there from Max coming back from that H-Jet.
No, like, that was a really good game, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, there was so much back and forth. Like, it felt like any team could take it at any moment, right?
Yeah.
But NYU, they played just a little bit more together. They used their specials just a little bit better. Yeah. And, like, at the end of the day, like, that's what matters on Mako. Like, they just played better, so they got the win.
And I'm not gonna, like... This is like no preference, no bias, but I really like the air spray pick there because those Booyah Bombs are really good at getting them off of that key stack.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like, it's like any amount of displacement goes such a huge way on Mako because those stacks really are like the how to phrase it. Like, the stacks are the key to winning the game. If you control the stacks, you control the zone. And if you control the zone, well, then you control the zone. That's how you win, right?
Yeah.
So, like, anything you could do to force, like, the enemy players off of the stacks, whether that be missiles, or rain, or booyah, or strikes, that is such...
Or reach slider.
Or slider, if you want to be really bold. Like, displacement is really, really powerful on Mako. And Penn State wasn't lacking in displacement.
Would you consider every single special to be a displacement special anymore?
I mean, I wouldn't say cooler. Or chumps are supposed to be displacement special, but they suck, so they can't really displace anyone.
Well, that makes Nova sad.
Well, listen, like, I speak the truth. What do you want me to say?
Well, speaking the truth, TC Inkblot, you know the motto here.
It's all about bats. That's the only thing you need to know. When I coached Seafoam, when we got to this stage in the map list, I said, listen, if there's one thing to take away from tonight's session, it's that bats matter, okay?
That's the main thing I praised on the stack sheet, on our prep sheet.
Like, when people talk about, like, key locations, right? Like, you know, a big part of Splatoon is knowing key locations, like, where they are, when to take them, and why. And, like, if there was any, like, the most key location of any key location on any map in any game in this entire franchise, it is bats on TC Inkblot. It is that important. So hopefully we see Penn State and NYU, like, hopefully they understand that, and we see a lot of good, like, initiative to try to get into bats early. Because if you get into bats early before the defending team can get in there, well then, like, they just lost their key defensive position. They can't stop the tower if the attacking team is already in there.
Yeah.
So that, like, I think it was Vapor who said, like, roughly 70 or 80% of the match happens in bats. Yeah. Like, it is really the make or break location on this map mode.
I'm very curious to see what teams do. Ooh, is that a paintbrush on the other team?
Yeah, it looks like they got a little inspired by Max, pulling out paintbrush themselves.
They were inspired, not curious, inspired.
But we're going into...
I love looking at Kev. Sorry, nobody cut you off. I love looking at Kevin's things of Xavier made.
Yeah. We're going into Game 5. Match point for NYU. Penn State really needs to come together if they want any chance of turning this set around. Hopefully they don't feel too nervous. Like, they got to play this game like it's the first game in the match. Having an early advantage, finding 2. The Nautilus not backing up. If they push that guy now, he's alone. They can find another one. Looks like the Nautilus decide to fall back. Max moving in for a quick kill. Missiles online as well. This could be big for Penn State, as they seem to be taking a lot of space here.
Yeah, but it looks like that Nautilus is going to keep on holding back, and Max is just going to sit here, get his Inkjet online, and potentially make this... Oh, they need to get the bats.
Get Inkjet, pop it on bats. Someone goes through the rail. Like, this is a game-winning push. Insane shot from the Inkjet. That was beautiful. Gets picked off, but there's a vacuum on tower. They might die to the missiles? Fighting him 2 with the vacuum. Penn State has a lot of momentum here, but what they really need to do is get in the bats. It seems like NYU has no opposition up there. Like, no one's trying to get in there to stop them.
Yeah, and that's why the push stalled so quick. It's just they were just playing the low ground, and unfortunately, when you're playing the low ground, you usually get picked off.
Azuka, I mean, I have no idea how Soul died, but that was a lottery Zuka if I've ever seen one.
Great.
I don't care. Who is this player? Malakazam, I don't care what you say. If you say that shot was intentional, you're a liar.
Cooking. No, cooking. Sorry, cooking.
Zuka's so funny.
I love Zuka. But, yeah, look, Bats is uncontested, and no one, there's just no one there.
Max coming in for a quick stop, finds a trade, probably the best thing for them at the moment. They're going to get past first checkpoint. Jump's coming in as well, but Kevin's doing a great job keeping the tower stalled, using their range and like playing the role of a backline well. They really are the defensive core in this team. Paintbrush gets in the bats. Soul getting that kill there is absolutely vital. If he goes down there, bats is uncontested. NYU gets him in the bats, and this game would probably already be over if that happened.
And they're all jumping in. That's a great hold, but they need to get there right away. They need to move right now, and they just need to hold bats as best as possible. Fortunately, Max goes down to the bomb, and it looks like NYU might take the lead here.
I must say, I feel like NYU's been using super jumps really, really well throughout this entire set.
Oh, it's 55-55, and they get the lead. Kev uses the vac on the tower, and they say hi to the,
Overshooting the pencil. I don't blame him. The trajectory of vacuum is kind of wacky. It goes much like further than you'd think.
That was so funny to look at. Just watching it just go over like their head.
Intentional, calculate. He was trying to hit the guys respawning.
But anywho, Max finds 2, moving up really quick. Someone needs to go with Max. Max is alone. Unfortunately, gets picked off. This team's playing really passive, but with the missiles online, maybe it's worth it with all these missiles coming in, potentially getting a pick or 2.
Soul staying on tower. The Nautilus is stuck in a really bad spot. Somehow gets out, but Penn State's in a really good position here. A vacuum comes out a bit too early, though. Gets picked off by the Paintbrush. Paintbrush found 3. Insane play from them. Basically single-handedly stopping that push. Max is forced to fall back here. Gets stuck in a little patch of ink, too, so he can't even sharp to take out the Paintbrush. Like, NYU, like, credit where it's due, that was a phenomenal defense on their part.
Yeah, and looks like the Paintbrush trades with the try. It's going to be a numbers even. Flings on mid, might get picked off here, does not. Just trying to get paint out for more missiles, as Flings do. Oh, yeah, I should have killed. Flings, you're such a weapon.
I feel like it seems like we're stuck back in neutral for a little bit. Like, neither team seems to be pushing too hard. Max keeps going alone is what I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Finding 1, that must have been like the very edge of his range, because I thought the Nautilus was safe there. But I mean, like, Penn State is cooler here. They have a number, like, they have manpower here. A DC beyond the halfway point of the game, too. They can't stop this. They have to play it out. Yeah. That is absolutely tragic.
And who was that?
That was Kevin who DC'd, the Jet Squelcher.
Yeah.
That is... it's right when they seem to be getting some momentum as well. Max was like in a really good spot, cooler. They're getting a special.
Oh, it's not over yet.
It's not over yet. Like, honestly, this is a pretty good push. They might get lead back here. They're 3 down.
One shot.
Whoa!
What a
They're
shot.
They're gonna take back lead. They might win the 3v4.
Oh my god. That was such a clutch Zuka.
Max is still going. He's putting in work.
Oh my god. That's 6 picks in a row for Max. Oh my god. Can they get one
He's
more?
not falling back. I finds another one.
Oh my god, DC does not matter to Max, finding 7 picks in a row.
Finally going down.
Oh, they need one more stop here. 20 seconds left. NYU can still win this game, but they need to get bats right now. They need to push this. That was such a crazy play by Max.
Oh my god. And like I want to stress, it wasn't just Max. Like,
Double kill.
Finding 2! NYU is nervous.
Yeah,
like,
that was
they're
Chris.
really
Chris,
nervous.
A great double by Chris.
Moving in on the pencil. The
Gets
pencil's
three.
alone.
That's
Gets
big.
picked up. It's Justin Nollis. If he dies, this is an easy win. He's 10 missiled.
And they win
Penn
that.
State wins the 3v4.
Oh, I bet you kept DC and like, oh, I'm getting ready to pack my bags. No, sir, you gotta get back in here.
Calculated. He did that. He intentionally DC'd to make NYU more confident in their own ability. They started sandbagging, going on autopilot, and Penn State took total advantage of that. Completely cleaned the floor of them. Oh
man.
my god! How often does that happen? Jesus Christ!
I have no words. Was that a 6 or 7 kill streak by Max?
I lost count.
They got all
bluntly.
4. They got all 4 with the
The inkjet.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful inkjet. Oh my god.
Well, anyway, all things aside, we are going to be heading into Rainmaker Museum.
So here's a question, right? Normally in the rule books, they say if someone DCs like within like the first half of the game, you could redo it.
Yeah.
But after like the second DC, you can't redo it no matter what. But since they didn't redo that one because it was already past the halfway point of the game, like they're not.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, they're not at fault if they DC a second time.
Yeah,
effectively. No. So like Penn State, they're hanging on by a thread. Bluntly, you know, like it's still match point. Score's still 3-2. They need 2 games to win this. But like they showed the potential to like really come together in the 11th hour and like just like I have no words for that push. Like it was fantastic.
Yeah, and this I feel like this map really favors Penn State here with all the range that Penn State has between the Nautilus, Corey's Forge, Kevin's backline. They don't really have a clear cut backline besides the pencil, which they only pull out sometimes. Sometimes. So I think this game could really go in Penn State's favor if they can really play to the range, work as a team, and not disconnect.
Yeah, I mean, $20 a year, right? Like they just have to cross their fingers.
Yeah.
NYU, like I wonder how they feel about that loss because it definitely stings to lose a 3v4.
Yeah.
Like that can really dumpster, like do a number on your morale. So like hopefully they didn't take that too harshly. Like I have no idea how this set's gonna go. Like if you asked me like 3 minutes ago. Back like when that game like it was a 4v4, NYU had the lead going into the last minute of the game. I thought like honestly like as much as I want a close set here, like it looks like this might just be a 4-1 victory for NYU. But now I have no idea because Penn State showed the potential to not only keep up with NYU, but to actually beat them when they're down a player effectively.
Yeah.
So
one of their better players too at that.
Like so they definitely. Like, this is definitely a winnable set for Penn State. They just really got to channel some of that kind of playmaking they pulled out in the last minute of TC Inkblot into these last 2 games.
Well, if everything goes well and the season comes to a close, that is the clip that like if they're arguing like because we get a vote because we're like commentators.
Yeah.
If they're arguing like who's gonna be like Div 4 like All Star, that's the.
Oh shit! You're right. Oh.
That's the clip I'm gonna send.
Bro, I just thought of this now, but I feel like that clip. That is the season 5 version of someone buy this guy some Cold Stone. Because oh my god, he cooked the fuck off there.
Yeah.
Jesus. I wish I could hear their comms. I wish. Like, Max is such a chill guy, so, like, I feel like he wouldn't even pop off.
I got 6.
Yeah.
What do you mean you got 6? I got 6.
Yeah.
I thought we were losing. We have I got 6. Oh, man.
Game 6.
Speaking of 6s.
Right. God damn it. Multiply. Wait, Max has the Big Swig sticker in his thing, I just noticed.
The custom big figure.
Yeah. But we're going into Game 6. NYU continuing to pull out some new weapons. Same with Penn State. We got Emperries and Splatbrella being like the 2 new weapons this time around. It says a lot about like the weapon pulls of these teams where even this deep into the set, we're still seeing new things.
It looks like NYU's mad. They got all aggression out now. Like they were playing really passive before with the Nautilus, with like the Zap for like cooler, but like now they're like full weapons, Wiper, Emperries, super aggro. Like
Penn State's definitely gonna have to try to keep up with them. Like it seems then. They're going to be going into an early disadvantage. They have manpower. NYU picking up Rainmaker, but that's a fantastic stop from Kevin.
Not even a single point.
They didn't get a single point. So like you know, Penn State went 3 down there, but it's like it didn't even happen. Like it's like effectively the first 30 seconds of this game, it doesn't exist. It never happened, right?
Yeah.
Because like we're back at it. Score's still 0-0. Everyone's still up. Like it's a 4v4. Ancient online from Max, but we got an aggressive push from the Emperries there. getting it canceled. This is going to give Penn State a chance to push up, especially as they find another one as well.
Yeah, and they just need to move. They're playing really passive. That's one thing about Penn State is that they struggle a little bit to move as a team. But with Max with this Tri-Slusher here, unable to find a pick, the, what's it called, gets picked off too, and that's going to be 3 numbers down. It's only going to be Mike's, I'm blanking here.
The Brella.
Yeah, sorry, I'm nervous. That last had me too nervous.
I think we're all a little nervous. Mike's kind of stuck in the corner back there. Gonna rotate up the plat. NYU is struggling to get up onto Penn State's plat here. Every time they try, like, Penn State shuts them down in a moment's notice. I guess that's the benefit of running a more defensive comp like Penn State's.
Yeah, but they need to know when to move. Like, right now, like, you have numbers advantage. Like, the only one really moving is Max here.
Mm-hmm.
As I say that, they're sharking through mid, gets caught out by the torpedo, and it looks like we're going to get a Rainmaker grab. No, they're going to elect to hold this, try to find pick. That's a good decision. We need to find 1 pick or 2 before moving. Max goes down. They have 3 specials online, though. They couldn't hold this. Stego finds a pick. Could find 2, no. Still fighting against the Wiper. That's going to be a Rainmaker reset. Stego has Splashdown online, electing not to use it, holding this for as long as possible, and unfortunately it gets picked off by a Wavebreaker combo torpedo.
The textbook custom junior combo, so much chip damage. It's easy to get caught off guard because it's easy to think, oh man, like it's just chip damage, it can't kill me. But like, it adds up, right?
Yeah, but they're the only one left. Finds 1 though.
Torpedo. Max doesn't see them. They get a big play from the custom junior there, being the only one left alive, and basically like stopping any and all momentum that Penn State would have had there.
Yeah,
a flank from far right as well, from the Emperies, I think. Looks like they're a bit caught out. They're really stuck in a corner here. Finally gets picked off. A bit more slowly than I think Penn State would have liked.
Yeah, we're 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, and no one has even gotten near the first checkpoint.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. We have an extremely stally game here. I mean, NYU does have a slight lead here, so technically, like, the ball is in Penn State's court. They need to make something happen. But, I mean, like, 7 points on this map mode, like, that doesn't mean much. A big splashdown. Penn State has manpower. The last one's caught out. Stego can easily get this kill. Unfortunately, misses their shots.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like neither team can find any momentum. Like, they're stuck in such a struggle in mid for this entire game.
Yeah, but right now, this is NYU's time to strike 2 numbers down. The Umbrella versus this Hammer. Oh, the Hammer comes out, gets stuck on the thing instead of picking him up.
The Rainmaker freeze zone killed him.
Oh, I feel so bad. They're going to come across, gets picked off, nice pick. And now they need to move 2 numbers. Oh, nervous.
Like, NYU, they are so desperate to get, like, the quick route by jumping straight to the checkpoint from mid-spinner. Yeah. But, like, every time it hasn't been working out for them. I almost wonder if they'd be better off dropping it onto the floor and coming up from the ramp instead. Like, it's a slower route, but it's a much safer route because it's much easier to push from that side.
They need to move now. 2 numbers. The 3 numbers. They have to move this
They have so many specials online as well. Penn State, this is their chance to get up there.
Yeah, that was another huge stop on the junior. Can we get up there? Oh, no. Stops. Splashdown?
Big splashdown? Unfortunately, the Rainmaker... I really feel like these teams need to stop trying to go through the jump route. It's just not working out for them, it seems like.
Yeah, with Max being the only one left. This might be a really low-scoring Rainmaker game to end it off. It could be ended 80-87, but they're going for the jump.
They finally get it! Taking the first checkpoint. The ball is very much in Penn State's court now. They're going to need a big push in order to take this game back.
Yeah, this junior is just wreaking havoc. Finds a quad. That's a
wipe. Yeah. NYU has the Rainmaker as well. They're pushing it. A good early stop by Penn State. Honestly, like a worse team gets knocked out there, getting knocked out while the enemy team has the Rainmaker that far up. But like Penn State like came back quickly.
But they're not grabbing the Rainmaker.
Kevin picks it up. I don't know how good of a play that is because that vacuum is absolutely vital to pushing the Rainmaker.
But no one's looking at the. Oh, no one's.
That's 3.
Just
the final check is undefended. He misses the jump, gets stuck in enemy ink. Tragedy. One's coming up from behind. Penn State needs to pop the Rainmaker right now. That splashdown might have been better used there. They gotta take it, find it. It's gonna be close. They run it forward, but get picked off. They were scrambling. They were nervous. They thought that we have to go. And they got picked off early. NYU's gonna take the win. 4-2 this set. I wanted to say 4-1. I forgot about that insane Game 5 we had on TCA plot.
That was just really strong play by that junior. That junior carried, like, that was a really good pick, really good play. Like, the junior played that textbook. Being the only one alive multiple times, finding doubles, triples, even finding a quad on that push, like, that was just hands down, just like NYU. They were having a mid-off, but NYU came out on top.
So congrats to NYU for the win. They're going to be 2-1 in the season. Penn State, it's going to be going in the books. They're 0-3 now in the season, which means they are pretty much out of contention for playoffs, unfortunately. Unless we're talking Div 1 where Red Embers gets in for 2-3 record in the group stage. It's still possible. But they need, like, every other team to, like, win and lose in, like, the exact right ways for them to get in. So, like, they're probably out of contention for playoffs, which is unfortunate. But credit where it's due. Like, NYU, y'all played well. You got a good win. They're electing to do the playoff 7 as well, so we'll be getting in some, like, extra fun and practice.
One more extra match.
Mm-hmm. This doesn't matter statistically, of course. The set's already over. Like, we're just here for NYU to take a victory lap and for these teams to, like, get some extra practice in against a coordinated team. Like, treat it like it's an effective scrim, you know? And who knows, like, in a situation like this where, like, there's no more stakes involved, like, you know, like, tensions will be a bit lower, nerves won't be as high, like, things might go differently. Like, some people play better when they're on autopilot. I know I do, frankly.
Okay, the week 5.
We'll talk about it later.
All I'm gonna say is week 5, game 1 is Zones Mahi.
What is? Oh, that's a good one.
No.
What do you mean, bro? You can pull out Squelchies again.
Yeah, and get cooked. My 2 and 6 head ass.
Anyways, game 7 in the playoff 7.
Okay, TC Inkblot again.
So
sorry, I'm nervous.
That's kind of bizarre doing it 2 weeks in a row. But whatever, we're getting distracted. Kevin finally pulling out the Explo. Is this the first time they're playing Explo this entire set?
Mm-hmm.
That's so. But
oh, nervous.
Okay, it seems like there might have been a bit of miscommunication. Maybe someone pulled out the wrong weapons. I mean, it's within the rule set to cancel the game like that, I think.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
But yeah, well, I don't know why I'm talking about the rule books.
I mean, for all we care, we could hop in and play this right now.
We could, honestly, like...
Why are you handing me the controller?
I mean, they're not going to put you in.
Ready? You're not ready for it?
Yeah, it's just the golden air spray.
No.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
Dude, you can't... What sense do you play with?
I have no clue. I just play team.
I know mine is definitely lower than yours.
You gotta do it.
Shit.
Charge it up, and then you gotta like.
I was trying to hit this guy first of all. I don't know how that guy ended up dying.
Caught a stray. Well, while we do have the time, we can look at the map list. Give a little sneak peek.
Yeah, oh, by the way, I'm going to point out, it seems like they canceled the game because there was supposed to be some substitutions that the host didn't, like, they just forgot about. They got a bit too excited. They started the game before, like...
Mike's holding Tetris. I'm nervous.
Mike plays so many wild weapons, which, like, I mean... I'm happy for them, because, like, sometimes I feel like they're dissatisfied with the state of Octoprush in this game. Mm. So, like, it is cool to see them, like, trying new weapons that, like, still let them, like, play the way they want to, i.e. extremely feedy.
Game 7's Rainmaker Humpback.
Let me just look at it. This map list, in order, we have good, 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 good.
You like TC Hagglefish.
I do like TC Hagglefish. I know it's very cookie cutter, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
In Zones, Barnacle, and Dime, we're getting a lot of like repeat stages and
Wow.
Oh, it's so nervous.
Oh dear. Technical difficulties. It happens. It seems like everyone got DC'd.
Yeah.
$20 a year, ladies and gentlemen. Get your cheap jokes in. Oh, they're Captain DC'd. I wonder if Kevin got DC'd because, like, somewhat... Like, how poetic would that be?
Yeah.
But, what? Ghost?
Nervous.
Again, the folks at home can't see this, but, like, the front door of Jay's, like, apartment, which is where we're recording this, it just opened on its own.
It was Nintendo. They heard $20.
Yeah, it's actually like Shigeru Miyamoto's Ghost coming after me because I made fun of his company's shitty online service.
Oh, I'm so. We actually we gotta play VCU with this map list. I'm so nervous.
Oh, I mean, how can you be nervous?
Because I don't like TC. I don't actually. No,
wait, why did Soul hop into? Oh, they're probably not in the last game. Room is reopened. I don't see it.
I should join.
Maybe just no one on their team has gotten yet. I know like if Max is in, weirdly enough, I am not on Max's friends list. I know I sent him one. Like,
if it just so happens to be Mike or Kev both sitting, then you're cooked.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I really need. Well, we know Mike. Matt. What am I saying? We know Kev was playing because we were commenting on them pulling out Explo. Yeah.
Why are you? I'm about to say, why are you so nervous?
It was 0,
1, 1, 2.
1, 2. All right, we're back. Who is Blue? Am I dumb?
No, Blue's been in there.
Okay, I'm just stupid.
Blue was the
Okay, so I guess we're lucky this didn't start happening until the play all 7.
True.
It's a shame. Like, I would love to see these teams play Game 7 because like they seem like so evenly matched. And like, if Penn State takes like this last game, you know, like again, it doesn't actually mean anything. Like, or like it doesn't actually matter statistically.
Oh, they all DC'd again.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't actually matter statistically because, you know, NYU already got the win 4-2-2. But, like, if Penn State won Game 7, it would effectively be like, oh yeah, the set was 4-3. Which tells me these teams are extremely evenly matched. Like, if just one thing had gone slightly different in an earlier game, maybe Penn State wins this set.
They might just be done.
I'm gonna wait until Max tells me they're giving up.
You should ask. You might just forget it.
They say they're trying again. They might switch to Penn State hosting.
Whack.
I mean, that's probably the right thing to do, right? Like, if like the same player, the same host keeps like like killing the room because their internet can't hold it, then have someone else host.
Yeah.
Kevin, fingers crossed this actually works.
We'll see who the host is. Nervous. Oh, the same person hosting.
Alright, maybe... I don't know, maybe their internet just like exploded and they just switched to like... They like a little Szechuan and like plug into their Wi-Fi or some shit.
Oh, Blue's not here. I believe Blue is a junior.
I must have just like missed their name because it's weird how like it never stood out to me until right that moment.
PSU Blue?
Like PSU Blue, of course, Blue Square.
Blue Square.
There they are. Alright, the whole gang is back together, so we're just gonna cross our fingers that the internet holds for one more game. I mean, this last game is on zones. Like, theoretically... Oh, no, it's Claimlets. What am I saying? So, never mind. Actually, just the opposite. I was gonna say, like...
It'll go by quick, but no.
Yeah,
it's
like
Claimlets
is the longest mode by far.
Yeah. You rarely see a Claimlets knockout.
Dude, we could have gotten a knockout on Scorch Clams in week 3 if you didn't miss the ball.
It would have got us down to 7. We would have won, but it wouldn't have been a knockout.
That...
I remember the exact score.
That's what you think.
That is what I think. I know it's true. It was 27, and then the power play got us down to 7, and they got down to 18.
What? How did I do that? I did not know you could open up a menu.
Match menu. Wait, no, is it controls?
Yeah. Like, I should open up the... I wanted to change my weapon, but, like, when you're spectating, I guess plus opens up camera controls. That's kind of cute.
You have to play charger. You ready to get randomly generated a charger?
I mean, my charger's not, like, terrible.
Well, the way I'm gonna... Actually, we'll talk about it later. Well, I'll stay nervous for now.
Seems like Nebu's a little bit nervous. Like, they're taking out Isaiah as we start up. Okay. A little bit of a...
I actually have to do one more.
A little bit of a technical hiccup, but we're back at it. Going into Game 7 on Clam Blitz
DC. Oh.
Barnacle. The game was not nervous. We started immediately.
Squiffer.
Pulling out some funky weapons for the last game.
Big Swig.
Big Swig as well. It makes a lot of sense, you know, like in Game 7 when, like, you know, there's no actual stakes.
Holy shit. Hold on. Neither of these teams have a shooter. Oh,
we hit.
We peaked. We peaked.
We hit the 1 in a million.
Yeah.
But like finishing that thought, like in the Play 07, when there's like no real stakes attached to the games, a lot of teams like to pull out weapons they've been meaning to like learn and like
Tenacity,
pull out in comp.
Aerospray.
But like they don't have the confidence to pull out in actual matches. But Penn State taking an early advantage here, getting a delayed wipe. The last one jumped out, so they're gonna have a lot of space to take.
Yeah.
You take control of the economy, move up, take that key location on the enemy stack.
Get right now in a good spot.
Like let's see where they
There's
go.
a flank of the blaster.
It was called out early because it seems like Corby and Kevin are trying to like take care of him. Blaster comes in hot, takes out Kevin. And Corby really needs to hit her shots there, but unfortunately, the like Blob is not Blob is not a good weapon at taking quite super up close.
They find him. They got him.
Finding the game out of the picture. Penn State's still doing a good job holding a more forward aggressive hold here.
Oh wait, which is custom Big Swig have? Is it Rain?
Yeah, it's Rain.
Triple Rain.
Are they triple Rain?
Yeah. Explo.
Oh shoot, they are.
Triple Rain and Splashdown.
Yeah.
They could have been quad.
They could have been quadring. You're right. But Penn State doing a great job at holding down this aggressive forward hold. Like they have been maintaining control of the enemy stack, looking for a good opportunity to push. Looks like Kevin tried to rush it there. Seems like Penn State got a little bit impatient, but I mean, like Penn State's not letting up the pressure. They're still holding forward, finding two. Corey's going to save the ball, picks it up, gets it in, and Penn State's in a great spot, getting the delayed wipe right in front of the basket with a lot of clams on board.
Yeah, but it only looks like Corey's the one. They don't want to score. They got one in. That's pretty good. But they have the Explo coming back in. That's gonna get. Oh, never mind. They're dead. They're dead.
A good shot by the Squiffer there. Just Kevin's little Explo ahead was just barely peeking out over the ledge there.
Yeah. And now the Squiffer has Zipcaster. You can see some fun stuff here. Unfortunately, it gets picked off because Zipcaster's not that good of a special. Stego finds a pick, moving around the right.
NYU is, I was about to say NYU is 3 down, but NYU is wiped again. Like, Penn State not letting up the pressure. They are just constantly, like, up in NYU's face, staying up in that key location. I feel like NYU's played this entire game in their spawn, frankly. But the only one who's really trying to do anything about it is this Blaster. He keeps going for the flank from behind. But I mean, like, Penn State's been doing a great job shutting them down each and every time.
Good shot by the Squiffer.
That flank did take Penn State's attention away from the stack, and it looks like NYU finally took control back of their own stack. So, like, we might be re-entering neutral here. Like, NYU's, like, not disadvantaged. They're back in the game, looking for a chance to take some space of their own. But Penn State, like, they're really not, like, letting the pressure up. Especially, like, a Zipcaster coming out from NYU. This could be big for them.
No.
I have no idea how that blob didn't die.
Zipcaster didn't.
Yeah, like, NYU going 2 down again. 3 down. The last one, his location is known, and he's far back. Like, Penn State could easily dive him.
Yeah, and they're electing to at least try to do so, it looks like. The only problem with this comp here is they don't really have too much aggression. It's kind of just control.
Honestly, like, they have, like, no front line.
Yeah.
But even then, like, they're finding the picks. Like, for having, like, no aggression, like, the score says otherwise. Like, Penn State is finding picks left, right, and center.
Yeah, definitely. And with a couple clams in their arsenal, they could get this down to, like, 50. 2 more clams, 3 more clams by Kev. Can he pick him up and get him into the basket?
Looks like he's gonna have time. Kevin's in a phenomenal spot. Assuming he doesn't die to the blaster, just barely getting hit by the very outer edge of the blast radius there.
Oh, Big Swig cook.
Yeah, Penn State still, like, just not letting up the pressure. That is not the person I want to spectate. Max is still behind them, being a nuisance.
With the Big Swig.
With a Big Swig. Showing people.
Oh
my god, he's insane! Max.
Everyone's ignoring him.
Okay.
He's just running into enemy lines.
Oh my god, like, Max is... Like, I have no words to describe Max. Like, he's a one of a kind player where he, like, doesn't give a single flying fuck about the objective.
He doesn't give a flying fuck about what weapon he plays.
He doesn't care about being effective. He doesn't care about doing what's most logical. He wants to send a message to the other team.
True. And look at this fight he's taking right now. He just bounces off of the Squiffer like he's playing fucking bumpy cars.
Right. Penn State opening the basket again. Looks like they might get another ball in. Getting stopped by the Nautilus. That was a critical stop. But, like, things are looking pretty rough for NYU right now. Like, again, they've yet to take advantage a single time in this game, I think. And, like, with only 15 seconds left on the clock to score a lot of points, Penn State still having thorough control of the economy, having another ball online.
Crack and cheese.
Do you see, like, what?
Nautilus
NYU's 2 down again.
Nautilus
Looks like they might go down. It's all up to the Squiffer. They have a ball, but they're gonna only have roughly 20 seconds to get from one end of the map all the way to the other, and then score an additional. Do some quick math. 80 minus 45.
Oh, he doesn't care.
35 points. Penn State not letting up, trying to get another ball in the end overtime early. The Squiffers trying to rush it alone, but I mean, there's nothing they can do. They get caught out by basically the entirety of Penn State, and they take Game 7, taking one for the road.
If only you could zipcaster to the basket and score. That'd be so cool.
Dude, then we'd have to ban Zipcaster instead of Kraken.
Well, wouldn't that be good for you?
I guess, yeah, that is true.
I didn't really think of it that way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh.
But good stuff on Penn State, you know? Like, they took one for the road. That's what you'd love to see. You know...
See?
God damn it. I mean, NYU was pulling out things like Squiffer and Wiper, which are, like, newer weapons for them, I think. I guess we did see a Wiper deco earlier, so I'm not entirely sure. But we can't say for sure whether or not like NYU is taking that last game super seriously, or if they would like playing like new unorthodox weapons that they don't usually play. But like either way, like Penn State genuinely played that one really well, especially given the comp they had.
True.
They had an abundance of paint and not much else. Like they were super like defensive, no aggression or frontline power, and they made it work.
I was getting ready for like if you weren't able to play game, like if they weren't able to do Game 7, we were gonna have a 1v1 on Clan Blitz Barnacle for Game 7.
But okay, that's the match. That's all 7 games. Again, NYU taking the win 4-2. Congratulations
keeping
to them.
their hopes alive for the.
I mean, yeah, like they're. I mean, from what I can see, like this group is looking pretty damn competitive. By now, Tentacoolers and Fishfish, Penn State, you know, they're likely out of contention no matter what they do. Like, it might honestly be mathematically impossible for them at this point.
Yeah.
But the other 4 teams, Champlain Seafoam, WPI Grisco Union Busters, NYU of course, and what's that last team?
C-Sharp.
Yeah, C-Sharp. Like all 4 of them have been like they've been looking mighty impressive this season.
And High Rollers now has the opportunity to be like a dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, definitely.
I think they still need to play Tentacoolers too. I believe.
Who did they forfeit to?
They forfeited to, I think it was C-Sharp, I want to say. I don't know.
Yeah, in that case, I mean, obviously they haven't played, wait, no, I think this team already did play Champlain. I think that was their week 1 match. No, it wasn't, because then they would have lost to them. Yeah, I don't think they've played Champlain yet.
Well, let's take a little peek here.
I think Champlain and WPI, the 2 teams they still need to play.
Let's take a little peek here and see what they did. No, wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong team. No, they lost to Busters. That's their 1 loss.
I see.
They beat Tentacoolers. And then, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, they had to reschedule C-Sharp.
Oh my god, how am I so poor?
You're so cooked.
I have no money.
So, like, they have to play Seafoam. They have to play Seafoam, and then they have to play C-Sharp.
Well, I'm gonna make sure at least Seafoam beats them. Mark my words.
Nah.
But anyways, we're stalling at this point. The point we're trying to make is that, like, Division 4 Group 2, it's competitive, and it makes
it's definitely gonna come down to week 5.
Mm-hmm. And like it's a fun group to watch. There's so many like talented players really trying to make something like they're really trying to make a name for themselves despite being in a lower div, it seems like, which is what you love to see. Like despite being in the lower end of CCA, like they're not getting complacent. They're not like, oh, like we don't matter. Like they're really trying to let people know that hey, we matter. Like we could put on a show for the people at home.
Yeah. That's just something you just love to see.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, we're stalling. We should probably wrap up pretty soon. So, Jay, where can the lovely people at home find you?
I don't know.
Social media? Like Twitch? Anything?
Discord.
Okay, so Jay's boring. Has nothing important to say.
Yeah.
Of course, like concerning me and like the shameless plugs I could do, you're watching this on my YouTube channel, so maybe like hit all the fun buttons that help me out.
Don't do it.
You know the ones. Like subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz.
They
apparent. What is wrong with you?
Sorry, I'm aggressive.
But you know, like those things supposedly help me in the algorithm. I don't really buy it, but you could like. I do like seeing numbers go up. It helps feed my fragile ego. So if you like the sound of my dumb voice, like, you know, hit the buttons for me. Otherwise, I usually would mention that Jay and I, or usually Snow is my co-host, I would mention that we play for Penn State's Division 1 team in CCA, and I'd usually mention, oh yeah, we totally have a stream coming up. You should check us out on Twitch then.
No.
Except we don't have a match this week because of some shenanigans with our opponent. Unfortunate. So, yeah.
VCU next week.
We do play VCU next week.
Battle for the first seed.
Absolutely. Otherwise, I think we're done here, so... yeah, like, Jay, anything else to add before we sign off?
I'm nervous. That's all.
Duly noted. All right, well, to everyone watching at home, you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I believe we are done here.